Hello and welcome to the part 6 of my blind Celestial Tales Howl of the Ravager playthrough, which is a DLC of a nice indie Indonesian JRPG called Celestian Tales, the Old North. In the last episode we went from Emerald Forest to the Elven city of Anontur, but first we had to go through the maze of surrounding garden, which were a little bit annoying, but we spent almost all episode there. In the end we finally went for the for the village of Anontur, where we got a new quest to get or to bring two artifacts from humans to the elves. One of them are the tusk of a boar, which we will pick up in Mudtown, and second one is lyre for the elven lady, which lent us a sword for Pierre. So enjoy, and let's go to Mudtown and enjoy the game. Hey, you there. Yeah, I meant you humans. Come here for a second. What are you waiting for? Didn't you hear the spirit calling for you? You sure it's alright? I mean, they tried to kill us just yesterday. Without the sacred swords we're currently weaker than we were. I'm not looking forward to fight another trap now. Seems like they're done playing around with you. After all, they let you through to Anontar, right? I'm sure it's alright. Now, let's go over there and listen to what it has to say. Finally, I was getting bored waiting for you to walk this way. So, how do you like our maze? If you return there again, you might find some hidden treasures, you know. Sigh, and here I almost forgot that we'll have to go through it again to get out. And still twice again later when we return here to bring the tusk. Alright, I get it. You don't want to go through the maze again. Jeez, and we spent so much time making it. Since you already passed the gardens once, we don't need to play around. Test you anymore. Here's the deal. If you want to skip the maze, talk to me and I'll take you straight to the entrance of the gardens. Pierre, you believe this thing? I have to admit, sir, this does sound too good to be true. You're thinking my offer isn't genuine? What lousy, ungrateful people. My friends and I simply have had enough fun. You've passed the maze, and we don't like watching humans not getting lost in it. Well, you certainly don't attempt to hide that you see us merely as toys. Hey, it was fun while it lasted. I suppose you must have had fun too, right? Haha. You're lucky you don't have a neck, little ball. I have this sudden urge to choke somebody. Respect, Severin. Remember, this is their turf. Anyway, the offer stands both for now and for later when you come back. If you want to skip all the walking, just poke me up. So how about it? Want to give it a try? Yes, please. Great choice. Hang on tight. Wait a second. Hang on to what? Cool. Thankfully, they gave that option. to fast travel. The maze was a little bit annoying. Okay, let's go back to Mudtown. Welcome back. We have new items, sir. Have a look. Thank you for your visit. Please come again. Sailor, we'd like you to take us to Levantine. Did you not hear me? I said we'd like to go to Levantine. Oh, certainly, sir. I'll prepare the ship. Please wait for a moment. What was up with him? He was staring straight at you, Niena. Maybe he was mesmerized or something. I noticed nearly everyone here did that since we entered town. Don't humans consider it rude to stare? Do they think I look like a freak or something? No. I believe humans have a whole different reason for staring at you. They're just like me. And what reasons do you have for staring at me, Pierre? Look, the ship's ready to go. Let's leave for Levantine. Can't you teach him some subtlety, Severin? It's not always easy to hold myself from cringing. Ha! He's barely in his teens, Niena. Blood and romantic advances naturally comes as a feature for humans of that age. Better steel yourself for Levantine, though. It's a much bigger city with many more people in it, and many more eyes directed your way. I am about to fight a 1,000-year-old ancient with 2 alien creatures I barely know. How bad can this settlement of yours be? This feels terribly annoying somehow. Save those who frequent the Outer Realms, the people here have never once seen what an elf looks like. All they know about your kin is from stories. Your presence here is exotic. Now, you understand how we felt when we came to Anantar? Sigh, which way to the village we're heading? The path to the mud town is to the right of the cathedral, which stands at the top level of this commons. It's the largest building around. We won't miss it. Let's leave quickly then. I am not standing here any longer like some kind of rare creature on display. The previous Lord Roland would come and inspect the harbors himself every few days. It makes us soldiers and sailors feel close to him. His son, though, I haven't seen him to do the same. Okay, the same as before, so let's go directly to the mud town. Maybe check the blacksmith what he says. Hello there, would you like to upgrade your weapon, sir? This sword, look at its beautiful patterns. The metal must have been folded hundreds of times to achieve this result. I am sorry, Sir Severin, but I rather not handle this work of art. Please, have a master Larus smith forge it for you. The mountain path is currently infested with wild beasts, sir. Please be careful and don't get hurt on your way, miss. Well, at least no maze here. The combat is again a little bit easier. Max level. Okay. Too bad no skills. Sigh, here as well. If dire boars really do live in this area, the villagers would know about them. I suggest we ask around rather than searching cluelessly. As uncomfortable as you are being stared at around here, I have to say that's a good idea. Just think of them as trees or something. We'll be out of here in a short while, so try to hold it in. Oh, very well. You two lead the way, and I'll stay behind your backs while you talk. This river is our village source of life. We use its water to grow our plants, and we even drink and bathe directly from its stream. Makes me wonder though, if somewhere up there another village does the same, would that mean we're drinking the water they use to bathe? Yes. It's exactly as you say. Wow! Is that an elf? A real elf? Wow! Thank you for coming here, Sir Severin. You have no idea how much you've spiced up my dull daily routine. The small mutton has a variety of specialty items. Please go check them out. Thank you for your patronage. Sir Severin, I'm thinking about singing up to becoming... Not singing, oh god. Sir Severin, I'm thinking about signing up to become a soldier under Delarue, sir. Do you think I stand a chance? I can hunt wild animals on my own, so at least I'm not helpless. I'm also quite the cook, which the soldiers would surely appreciate. So, this is how elves look like. They're such beautiful creatures. Tell me, Sir Severin, have you been to Anantar yourself? Can you tell me what it's like there? Sigh. After seeing you and the elf, my husband is very eager to leave Mudtown and travel the realm. If he leaves, who will care for old child in my womb? I can't do it on my own. I thought dire boars are the only interesting things to happen in this village, but it looks like I'm mistaken. Deus, I'd never have dreamed of seeing an elf with my own eyes. Dire boars? I've seen them once or twice roaming the mountain path outside, but only at night. This time of the year should be their breeding season. They're especially dangerous and come in packs, so be very careful if you see them. I got a letter from my sister who's fighting in the front lines. She said the Rosarians are joining the Empire to fight us. Fighting the Celestians is one thing, but for our queendom to take on all of the Empire, we're far outnumbered, but nobody's been able to breach our borders even now. If we're this strong on our own, imagine how invincible we were before the Exodus split us in two, if it's not for Saint Aurelia's cowardice back then. Okay, so the boar is out at night. So, after talking to some people, what do we know about these creatures we're looking for? The villagers say they usually come out only at night time, but even then, only rarely. I also look like they're currently in breeding season. Things might get complicated if they travel in packs. We don't have much time to choose which one to fight, so we'll take the first diver we see. Let's wait in this village until dark before going out to find them. How about it? It's alright with me, but Niena? It's alright, I guess. We can just hide outside the village or something. No, really, it's alright. I admit I'm not used being stared at by so many people, but I'm not letting such a small thing ruin our chances to defeat the king. Both of you endured this back in an hour, with added bonus of hateful words thrown here and there. I can comply on my condition here. Are we just going to stand here until dark or what? I'm sure some of the villagers can let us borrow a house to wait. Let me go and ask around. Thanks, Nina, for trying to get closer to him. All this pretending might be hard on you, but it's for the best. At least I hope it is. He's looking far more cheerful than usual. Hasn't spoken a word about giving up either. Those are good signs, I say. I'm glad if it works out for him. I have my reasons to do this as well. Huh? What do you mean? Looks like Pierce found a place to spend our time. Shall we? What the hell? Now who's using who? Here? Maybe you shouldn't have spoken too much about the Outer Realms, Sir Severin. Huh? Didn't you see how excited he was to listen to all the marvels of the outside world? I did, but that's exactly why. I mean, he's got a nice little village and a family to live with. I'm worried he may leave it all behind just to see the world you spoke of. You worry too much, Pierre. I'm just sharing the truth, and then it's up to him to decide what to do with his life. Focus, you two. We're here for direbores, not chat the night away. If we're lucky, we'll find them roaming the mountain path just outside. Is there something wrong, Nie? Quiet! I hear something coming. This way. Walk slowly. A female and two male birds together in one pack. It's definitely a mating season. Should we take the risk? Solitary direboar would be fine, but fighting 3 without our sacred sword. Wait, are they feeding their young? What are you surprised about, Pierre? It's not weird for animals to have offsprings. Let's go while they're distracted. This is the perfect time to strike. Sir Severin, you're going to attack the parents in front of their children? Come on, we may not get another chance. This feels so cruel. Don't hesitate, Pierre. Think about the Emerald King. Did the elder specify how many tasks we had to take back to her? No. Let's take as many as we can, just to be safe. 3 boars, so 6 tasks. Whoa, no babies. Don't make me hurt you like I did your parents. Well, looks like we've got to do it the hard way. Wait, Sir Severin. What now, Pierre? I don't feel comfortable about doing this. Can we just leave these boars be? And fight the Emerald King without that amulet? Are you insane? I'm sure we can do it on our own, Sir Severin. This is our own problem. We shouldn't have to kill innocent boar to fix it. The Ancient will awake in just a few days. We can't take the risk fighting him again without this amulet. Now you're going to throw away our chances of winning just to spare some bloody boars? I didn't mean. God damn it, Pierre. If only that bloody sword would accept my hands, I'd be much easier to just kill you right now and fight the Ancient myself. How did you? Hush now. You two should just stand there and watch. All done. The elder will have to do with the bear though. What in the name of... Well, at least it's all sold now. Let's go, Sir Severin. so the words I heard were right. It's good to see you again, Severin. You look well, so maybe a bit tired though. Has it been a difficult journey? This must be Sir Pierre Beaufort. It's an honor to meet you at last. The honor is mine, Lord Levant. And this lovely lady must be the envoy from Manan Tower. Nay, another name. I reckon by the way you address Severin. You must be his superior, is that correct? You have amazing sense of perception, my lady. As you surmised, Severin's house serves mine, and therefore I am his superior. Yet I am such only in rank, and merely due to the sheer luck of our birth. In truth, however, I learn much more from him than the other ways around. A leader with modesty, I say. I can somewhat understand his respect towards you. I apologize for not visiting the castle, Lord Levant. We were in a hurry to reach Mud Town. I know. You have your reasons, Severin. I too wouldn't want to delay you in completing your urgent tasks. However, the day draws nearer to its end. To sail the Grand Flux at night would be dangerous, especially where you're heading. Wouldn't you stay for the night at my castle, honored guests? Perhaps ease your weariness before leaving at the earliest sunrise. Well, we'd love to take you up on that offer, Lord Levant. I'm more than all right sleeping in an inn at the Commons, but we, our exotic guest, may be inconvenienced by all the glares she's get. The Commons? Why would you honorable nobles even consider spending the night there when my abode is yours to use as a shelter? Well, Sir Severin said we shouldn't bother you. Nonsense, Severin. I won't be bothered by a few friends staying for the night. I'm sorry. You had many things to care of. I didn't want to add any more. But since no ships set sail from Levantine past dusk, it's not like we can leave any sooner. We'd appreciate the offer, my lord. Excellent. I will have a guest room prepared for each of you in just a moment. Let's continue our conversation in more appropriate place, shall we? I'm dying to hear stories of your travels. So, that's what happened. I was curious seeing the two of you without your respective sacred swords. I know, all this may look bad, but I'm confident that the three of us can still finish this task. Of course, Severin, you would have told me sooner otherwise, wouldn't you? Absolutely, Lord Levant. I'm sorry to interrupt both of you. I'd like to excuse myself and leave for the city. There are some items I need to find and take back to Anon Tower. I figured that would be a more effective way to spend my time rather than just standing here and listening. Oh, please excuse my insensitivity. I shouldn't have asked so many questions and have Severin recount such a long story. I apologize if it makes both you and Sir Pierre feel left out in this conversation. It's all right. Certainly, you are a stakeholder in this matter and have reasons to be curious. I'm just bored listening, that's all. Speaking of which, I may need a guide to help me navigate the city streets, also to keep unwanted people away from me, I suppose. I understand. I'll have someone. How about you take her for a walk, Pierre? Wait, me? Whoever it is Lord Lamont chooses, it will still be someone who has never seen an elf. There's no telling how awkward he'll be. So it has to be either of us, and since I have to stay here and talk with Lord Lamont, well, it's not that I can't, but it's decided then. Lead the way, Pierre. Alright. Hmm. Is it just me, or is there something going on between those two? Pierre's been all over her since the first time he laid eyes on her on the elf. I neither believe in love at first sight nor agree with someone judging another just from the looks, but I can't blame a teenager for doing that. And you're playing matchmaker? Never expected such mischief out of you, sir. I thought I'd give him the motivation he needed to fight. Pity it won't work in the long term. Truthfully, I feel a little guilty about it. Whatever is between them won't last for long. Not after Nina's gone back to Anantar. For you to do this, it was really that bet against the Ancients, huh? Desperate times call for desperate measures, Ellen. If this can up our chances to defeat the Emerald King, no matter how little. It's that sword, isn't it? I kind of felt it the first time I held the Garou, but I couldn't figure out it was the sword until a few weeks later. At first, I refused to believe that my house sacred artifact can do such a things to somebody, but after being so close to it and feeling its grasp, you've never been the kind to use somebody's feelings so, not even if that would save the world. The Elder of Anantar has confirmed that these words have powers Elan. The Garou seeks those with courage, and the Durandal those with temperance. These words awake their respective virtues from the wielders, whether they like it or not. They are Rosarian forged, they are Lorazian forged, and are not the divine swords of heaven wielded by Deus Valorous himself, but not just some good-looking weapons either. Temperance, huh? Maybe that's why the Durandals have been steadily reducing their might these past few years. What about the Faithkeeper? Did she say anything about the Belanus sacred sword? Nothing much. Just that it was made to unify the two other sacred swords. Not sure what that means though. To tell the truth, it baffles me how an elf knows this much and we don't. Where has our kin lost its history, Alan? Legends are lost, bent, and reshaped from one generation to the next. So, for the elves, that's hundreds of years. For us, it's 50 if we're lucky. It matters little what these words really are. It's what the people see them and what they symbolize for our realm. That's important. And the people see them as swords that founded the Old North. Swords which gave the pioneers divine right to claim these lands as our own. Not very divine at all, seeing how we lost the war against the ancients. Still, that's what most of the people choose to believe. A lie becomes the truth if enough people believe in it, Severin. Imagine what kind of chaos would come in if it is revealed that these holy swords were actually forged by mortals, not to mention, most likely, using arcane. Anyway, you should be careful with the Garou Cell. I'm sure you've noticed the greatness it bestows upon its wielder, but if it starts to overwhelm you, don't hesitate to throw it away. I understand. And let's keep the things we spoke about to ourselves before it gets out of hand. How much does Pierre know? More or less everything the Elven Elder spoke of. Unfortunate, but still manageable. After this task of yours is done, let's hope he can be cooperative with us to keep this a secret. I've prepared a room for each of you to spend the night. You can rest any time you want by interacting with the bed in your room. By all means, do walk around the city if you want, but try to not get too tired, alright? Alright. I worked in several noble mansions as a guard before joining the Levant soldiers and stationed here. All those times I never seen anybody work as hard as Lord Levant. Some days just doesn't seem to sleep at all. Lord Levant doesn't usually take a success this late at night, but it seems you're an exception. Come to think of it, you're always an exception for him, Sir Severin. I think it shows how much he respects you. So we need to find a harp. Lord Levan often stays up until morning, so somebody's got to do a night shift in case he needs something. That somebody is usually me. I don't mind the solitude of the night, but sleeping in the day with everybody else working is hard to get used to. I really don't want to do the night shift. I can't sleep with the lights on, much less in the day with sunlight all over me. Sir Severin, what are you doing here? I'm not stalking anyone, I swear. I'm just looking for fresh air outdoors. Young nobles from all over the realm come here every year. It's obligatory for one to squire for a blade bearer before entering knighthood. Usually it takes months for one to be approved, maybe years if the Lord of Levantine deems them unfit for the realm. Very rarely something big's come up, and if these squires can prove themselves in that event, chances are they'll get knighted in no time. I didn't expect you to see you of the late night, sir. Are you also here to see the stars? I like looking up and watching the night sky. Makes me feel so small, as if I'm just a speck of dust in vast oceans of stars. Good evening, sir. Are you staying here for the night? If all elves are as beautiful, I hope they don't come here often. There will be a lot of angry wives. I'm sorry, sir. This area is restricted for residents only. Please turn back now. Shh! Go away, would you? I'm trying to listen here. A human boy making moves on an elven girl? This is like a romantic novel in real life. I can't wait to know how it is ends. I'm sorry. We only got a few. Most shops close down after sunset, so there's not a lot of to choose from. We should have looked for them early before, when we were waiting for nighttime in Mudtown. Might have gotten a few more then. It's alright, Pierre. This isn't your fault. I would have refused to wander this city at day anyway. Being stared at by all these people doesn't seem like the nicest way to spend an afternoon. At least we found two lutes for those siblings. That's already good enough. They seem very curious about these, don't they? Have you ever wanted your own instrument, Niana? A friend of mine used to play beautiful songs with his lute. Every time he came to Anon Tower, we would flock to him too and listen to his wonderful melodies. That lullaby I sang for the little boys was one of his favorites. He taught it to me when I was a little. From when you were little? He must be one venerable Ave by now. He sounds like an amazing mentor if he has a pupil like you. Is he still living in Anantar? No, he's more of a traveler. He only comes by the city for a couple of days, once every few years. Must be using element magic, huh? If he travels by foot, everyone in this city would have heard about him. Perhaps. He certainly has been the most popular guest in Anantar for the last few hundred years. He looks more human than elf, though. I don't think people would stare at him as much as they did to me. A human like elf. That sounds so amazing. Can you tell me more? I guess they'll be fine by themselves. I should go get some rest. Okay, we got also the two lutes. So let's go sleep. Oh, Sir Severin, I didn't hear you knock, so I almost mistook you as a criminal. Sigh, rooms like these are why people don't change clothes so casually, I tell you. We can't even close the door. Transfixed garb. I guess that's it for tonight. Have a good rest, Nayana. The king is still undefeated. He is slowly rising from the ground, bidding his time to exact vengeance upon your kind. We may have a short respite today, but don't forget that we still have a long journey in front of us tomorrow. I understand, but all that aside, today was truly enjoyable. Thank you for walking with me. Good night, Pierre. May your dreams be sweet. If only this day can be repeated all over and over again. Thank you for having us as a guest, Levant. I'll miss this pretty city of yours. The city will miss you as well, I'm sure. I hope you'll return here someday. Maybe I'll consider it if you can tell your citizens to stare less at me. Asking them not to stare at elves is one thing, but for them not to turn their heads at a beautiful woman is another, I'm afraid. You sure have your way with words. I have a feeling you'll lead your people well. I wish we could have stayed for a bit longer, Lord Levant. There are so many things to see here. How about coming here after your affairs are finished, Sir Pierre? I'll show you around the city myself. Sounds like a great idea. I hope you don't mind me taking you up on it. I hope you don't mind me taking you up on that. Haha, I'll be waiting for you to come back here then. The sun is up and the boats are ready. It looks like your time to go has come. I'll be returning to the castle now. May the dews bless the path you're walking on, my friends. Oh, and so. Yes, my lord? Don't be too hard on yourself, alright? Alright, let's head back to Anon Tower and give the Elder these tasks. We should take a ship from here to Durbond and walk northeast from there. I hope it doesn't take long for the Elder to make the amulet. We don't have much time to spare. How long do you think we have until the Emerald King reaches his awakening, Niena? I can't tell for sure, but I know it's close. It can be a week from now, or it may be today. The sooner we get to him, the safer it would be for us. I agree. Come on then. Chapter 7. Reason to Fight. So let's go directly to the Anon Tower. Let's save it first and maybe check few of the maps if there are some items as the Wisp told before. I don't believe they are, but you never know. I'm just curious. Let's go back. Hello again, human. Want me to take you to Aron Tower? Yes, please. Very well. Hang on tight. Just a small check. Nothing to see here. So let's go back. Let's kill the loots first. The Tawumi and the Dana are not magical swords, but they're made from high-grade steel and master craftsmanship. If anything happens to them, I'll make sure to hold you responsible. Okay, so let's go to Elder first and then back again to them when we get our weapons back. We have the tasks, Elder. How long will the amulet take? My, you really have no patience at all, dear. Looks like even human nobles don't teach their kids to be polite when asking for a favor. If I have the time to be polite, I'd rather use it to fight a certain ancient in a nearby forest. A moot point, as politeness takes you no more time than being brash. But on to the matter. Tell me, Niena, how many boars did they kill to get those tasks? None, Elder. Huh? So you could this task while they're still alive? Do you realize how painful that must be for the boars? I sang the Wanderer's lullaby. It calmed the boars so we could take their tusks. Imagine someone cutting your teeth while you're awake, then leaving your half bleeding. How would you feel? I think it would feel better than dying and leaving my kids behind. The boars had children elder. I insisted not to kill the parents, so that the baby boars won't be left alone. Without their tusks, those poor now must live in a pain, and they'll have a hard time protecting their young without their weapon. Did you not consider death to be merciful than such a living in such shape? Do you not regret your decision, Pierre? Whether you regret it or not, it doesn't matter. What's done is done. If you can't change it, just take a deep breath and move on. We've all made choices we're not really sure about. It may be as simple as sparing some boars, or as burdensome as taking up a seemingly impossible task. If you can't accept the decisions you've made, if you feel like you want to run away every time a challenge stands in front of you, I'm afraid even this amulet I will give you won't help your fight. Sorry for interrupting, but we're in a bit of hurry now. Niena told us he could awaken any time now. We'd be grateful if you can start making the amulet as soon as possible, Elder. Do you have any estimates on how long it will take? The amulet? Let's see. Azima the shopkeeper should be finished with it by now. But how come? We only came with those tusks just now. Wait, could it be that you didn't need these tusks at all for the amulet? Did you send us on an errand for nothing? Of course not for nothing. I need them for something else entirely. I never said they're for the amulet, did I? Since it takes time to make, I figured to have you do something useful while waiting. You can't deny that you were motivated to do this quickly. I can't put the amount of irons I'm feeling right now into words. You don't need to. It's not like you can do anything about it anyway. This is how it works. The amulet protects the person wearing it against all the Emerald King's attacks, but only that person. Plan it well and choose the right person to wear it. It should be something among you who you'd like to be the last one standing. Already give us much better chances than the last time we fought him, so I can't complain about anything. Thank you so much for this, Elder. We wouldn't know what to do without your help. Why are you speaking of the obvious? Of course you wouldn't. No, off you go. Don't forget to return the sword to Azima, or the siblings will haunt you for life. Elder Lahari, did he leave any message behind for me? I'm afraid not, child. I see. Oh, Wanderer, what have you done to the poor child? Here you go. It can only protect the person wearing it, so think it through who you'd like to put it on. You're the one wielding the sword that can beat that ancient Pierre. You wear it. What? No. Niena should wear it, even if we're wounded badly. As long as she's still standing, her elven magic can bring us back to fighting shape. Severin would be a better wearer for this amulet. Both we and Pierre aren't as durable, and may still fall even wearing that amulet. You can't cast any magic, but you can use healing crystals. That's enough to get us back to our feet. Alright, alright. The three of you can argue as much as you want, but take it somewhere else. Anantar isn't the place for such loud voices. But before you go, my sister's words, please. Sigh. The battle scars. It will take a lot of time to get it back to its pretty sheen. Some scars are pretty in its own way, don't you think? We have so many flawless blades. Doesn't it make a flawed one special? Sometimes you make sense in ways I can't comprehend. Anyway, your sacred swords are resting over there. Pick them up yourself. I don't want to touch those things. Thank you for your help, Asindo Azima. I hope these two guests weren't too much of a trouble. More trouble than the other guest we had, but I don't mind. And thanks for finding us these loots. We'll take our leave then. I'll see you two when I get back. Good luck, Niena. May the winds bless your feet. Let's try it that way, and let's go for the final boss fight. Hello again, human. Want me to take you to the entrance? Yes, please. My feet hurt. Great. Hang on tight. Welcome back. I hope you got good news because things haven't been well here. The Elven Elder gave us something that may help our fight against the Emerald King. Did anything happen here while we were away? Last night, the forest creatures seemed to get riled up over something. They didn't break into a dimension, but made lots of noises outside our walls. If that's not a sign of the Ancients awakening inching even closer, I don't know what is. It most likely is. Our timing window is narrow then. We probably have less than 3 days until he uproots and walks the Old North once again. It's getting dark soon. I propose we rest for the day and bring the fight to him tomorrow, when we're at our best. It doesn't take a whole day to rest. Why don't we fight him tonight? The human eye isn't made to see in the night. We barely escaped that last time. Now you want to fight him handicapped? I'll take you to your room, Niena. Follow me if you please. Guess I'll take a nap as well. I need to shake off this anxious feeling. You do that, Pierre. I'll see you later. Lord Henry, about what happened that night. Those sacred swords harbor some pretty dark secrets, don't they? I'm terribly sorry, but can you please keep this to yourself? You're afraid that the realm's going to steer knowing what these glorified holy artifacts are capable of? It's the reason the three of us are doing this on our own. Should this be known to the public, bad things can happen. Very well, I won't speak of this to anybody. But remember my words, sometimes the best of things come only after of a terrible beginning. We can't lie to our own people forever, Severin. I have a little spare time for myself. What should I do before calling it a day? Stocking up on crystals and other healing items may be a good idea. Never known when they come handy. The nearest church around here is at Durban. Elven healing cells in Annan Tower are great as well. It should be enough. We'll see. Just save and... I'm better now, thanks to Miss Sophia. I don't know how she managed to heal us so quickly. Could she have used crystals? Nah, that's impossible. Crystals are for nobles, not commoners like us soldiers. Hey, how can I help you? Just checking if you're okay. Have those wounds from our last fight healed? Much better, but still not as healthy as you are. Those swords really have amazing powers. Huh, they really do. Without them, we'd still be lying in bed, or maybe 6 feet under. Severin? Is it really impossible for a human and an elf to have a romantic relationship? Is this about Pierre? I think that to believe something is impossible is to make it so. It's not going to be smooth sailing all the way through. But then again, what kind of a romantic relationship is? Look up. When I asked you to play along with his approaches, I didn't think it would end up like this. If there is a thing I can do for you, for both of you, then please don't hesitate to ask. Have a good rest, Niana. Thinking about something, Pierre? You look like there are plans for world peace stirring in your head. So, Sir Severin, I was thinking of something, but nothing very important. Oh, is that so? You really don't have anything you want to talk about? Nope, I'm fine, as frog's hair. You're not a good liar, Pierre. It's written all over your face, you know? It's alright, if you want to keep it to yourself. Who am I to tell you otherwise? Wait, that doesn't sound like you at all. Aren't you going to make an annoyed face? Tell me I should spit my toes out to relieve my mind? Or something like that? Like the Earl said, there are some things I can learn from you. For all I know, none of us may be still alive the day after tomorrow. If I'm to learn something, I figured why not to start now. Don't say such things, Sir Severin. I'm sure we get through this. Now, who doesn't sound like himself, huh? I suppose strolling and fighting together make us learn a thing or two from each other, huh? Can't disagree with you there. Sir Severin? What do you think about Niena? What do you mean, what I think? She's a great guide and excellent magi. No, I mean, as a woman. Do you think there's any chance for me to be with her? I know it's not likely, but she's an elf, Pierre. We can't change that fact, and we can't deny that the humans and the elves don't usually get together, but that doesn't mean you can't. Like I said, for all I know, we may be all dead by tomorrow. If you want to do something brave or stupid, tonight may be your last chance. What should I do then? Well, that's a question only you can answer. If it's me, I think telling her directly about how I feel would be a good start. I'll leave you to it then. See you tomorrow. Has it always been like that? The sword? I don't know, Lord Handley. I only wielded the Garou for a week, ever since this task was given unto me. I see. Lord Levant has put a heavy burden on your shoulders, Severin. It's a huge responsibility to bear. Indeed. But hopefully that burden will be lifted by tomorrow, when we defeat the Emerald King. No, Severin, I wasn't speaking of your task to fight the Ancient. I was speaking of your responsibility. As someone who knows about this sword. As someone very close to Lord Levant and one of the few who knows about the Garou's sinister secret. There are things only you can do. To keep the Bladebearer from the sword's malicious whispers. To ensure the realm doesn't fall into madness. Only you can fulfill these responsibilities. These burdens are not as immediate as the Emerald King, but they are yours for a lifetime, Severin. Please, have some rest. You need to be in your best tomorrow. Oh, hello there. I didn't think you're the type to enter a lady's room without any notifications. Well, you did that to me several times before. I thought I returned the favor. Anything I can help you with, Sir Severin? After what I did, how can you keep smiling at me like nothing happened? Being this close to someone who had raised his sword at you. How can you keep yourself calm? I am not at all gifted in martial prose, nor in the art of speech, but a caring smile that I can afford. And sometimes a caring smile is all someone needs to keep him going, to raise him from his knees and get him back on track. Isn't that a miserable way of living, though? To hide yourself behind a smiling mask for the sake of others? I wouldn't be able to live like that. You're risking life and live for the sake of people who may never know what you've done for them, and yet you pity me for doing such a tiny sacrifice? You're such an interesting person, Sir Severin. I wish we had time to know each other better. Well, how about after I come back from this fight then? This mansion needs a lot of work to get back in shape, right? You and your father can stay in Fort Griveau while that happens. That would be generous of you, Sir Severin, but why all of the sudden? I guess I enjoyed this conversation we've had. If there's more to come, I'm looking forward to it. But what would your people say? I wouldn't want to tarnish your name with some unwanted rumors. I'm just harboring an unmarried woman and her father in my family fortress. Why would people make a ruckus about such a thing? Are you being sarcastic now, Sir Severin? I'm sure an heir to the Leroux has many suitors lining up waiting for his hand. Suitors of better background, better looks, even better education. You shouldn't be too closely associated with someone rural nobility like me. It may hurt your chances in the future. But what if it's the rural nobility girl I'd like to stay in my fortress and not anyone else? I think I sighed a bit too much. I'll be leaving now, Miss Sophia. Have a good rest. I fight ancients for their sake. Why am I running away from something like this? Tomorrow's a big day. Should I rest now? Better sleep early and wake up fully energized. What in Deus' name was that? Sir Severin, hurry up, we need you here. Damn, these druids look way nastier than the last time. What the hell's happening? Fight first, talk later. Swords out, you two. What's happening? Why are all these dreads suddenly so strong? We're running out of time. The Emerald King has begun its final stage of awakening. How much longer until he reaches his full power? A day at most. A few hours, more likely. I know humans can't see well in the dark, but we need to go now. By dawn, it might be already too late for us to stop him. Pierre, you're the one wielding the sword. You make the call. We've stalled long enough for this. Let's finish this task of ours. Spoken like a true knight, Pierre. I like your confidence. Alright, we going quick, slash everything standing on our path and drive the Durandal straight to the king's heart. I say we better avoid as many enemies as we can on our way. Don't waste your crystals on small fries. We can decide while we walk. Come on, the king is waiting for us to finish our sentences. Good luck, all of you. Thanks, we'll probably need it this time. Those vines were gone before. Why are they here again? This whole forest is the Emerald King himself. Remember? He grew stronger. The roots rise back from the ground. We'll just have to find another way through. Come on. I'd wish you good luck, but obviously you need more than that. Come back on your 2 feet, alright? Fighting the Emerald King with just the 3 of you. Will you really be alright? Hey, no worries. We have the Durandal with us. Didn't you see how quick those Dryad falls? Just be careful, alright? Confidence is one thing, but pride is another. Honestly, I don't know why I keep patrolling knowing I can't do anything if there's an attack like earlier. After losing so badly like that, I don't even know what use I have here anymore. Damn, these vines are blocking the way. There must be another way to get through. I hope so. Here we go. This stump wasn't here last time we went here. Must have grown while the Emerald King rejuvenated. At least now we know what to do with them. Pierre, your turn to shine. Here we go. That didn't sound good. He was still sleeping when we first met him. Now he's probably wide awake and feeling the full pain of that sword you wield. At least that means it's still working. Come on. Some of those path-blocking vines should have gone now. Little by little. Blade healing. Again. Another one of those stumps. Should I step this one as well? Definitely yes. It should open up new path for us to reach the Emerald King. Alright then, here we go. Sounds like that did it, but I don't think any vines are cleaning up. I'm sure that it's something, but perhaps not any of the vines we can see from here. Let's look for a way in somewhere else. Let's get closer to the Emerald King and see if any new paths have opened for us there. Wrong way. Let's see if this way is correct one. Yeah, Baymax level sucks. Stuck. I hate this. Where the hell is another stump? I think I found him. And one more failed attempt. Again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Where is another drum stump? It's... This one has opened, but I can't find any stump. There is one, but I am unable to touch it. What the hell is wrong with it? You're gonna be kidding. I can't touch it. I have no clue.